Let's bring Steve into this conversation. Steve, what do you think?
I think it's a different dynamic of counterparty risk right now, Andrew, in the U.S. banking system. Remember, in the financial crisis, the counterparty risk was bank to bank. I think the counterparty risk discussion right now is depositor to bank, right? And the question here in the United States is whether or not the Fed's recent program has staunched that risk or made people confident. But let me just talk quickly, Andrew, about the lifeline that's been given from the Swiss National Bank to Credit Suisse. It has put a Fed rate hike back into play for next week. If you take a look at what's happened here to the March, the probability of a hike next week by the Federal Reserve rising to 69%. Guys, we have a graphic in the back on that as priced into the Fed funds futures market. 31% chance you can see right there of the Fed having no change. At the most anxious moments yesterday, these numbers were reversed with markets betting firmly on a pause. Not the case anymore. But the outlook for the Fed remains pretty much in very dovish territory, more so than it did a week ago, amid concerns of the impact of increased risk in the banking sector. A market that had been priced for a 550, write that number down, year-end rate is now below 4%. I have never seen 150 basis points of easing put into the system in a week. So whatever the Fed is seen doing next week, it's priced to undo it over the next several months and then some. The Fed could in part take its cue from the European Central Bank. It's going to release its decision in a few hours, followed by a very important press conference from ECB President Christine Lagarde. What about the ECB? Well, a market that had been confident of a 50 basis point hike is now 60-40 in favor of that 50, but it's been very volatile all morning. It could be anything different right now, even as I speak. It's all about how Lagarde and then Fed Chair Jay Powell play the confidence game. Do they keep hiking to suggest nothing to see here? Or do they stop because, well, maybe there is, Andrew?